Okay, so here I have Word 2007 with just a blank document open. If we're going to create a form for people to fill in, the best way to do it is to use a table. And we use some active controls which forces people to input the data how we want them to. The most important thing is you must have the developer tab available here. If you don't have the developer tab, you don't see the word developer on this top, what you need to do is hit the word icon, go to word options, and make sure show developer tab in the ribbon is checked. Once it is checked, we go down and click OK. So now we are ready to go. So what I'm going to do is, the first thing to do is insert a table, and I'm going to insert a 4x4 table just for ease of use at the moment. And we can ask the first question here. What we can do is say your name, for example, and as an answer we just want a single text box. Now if we just start it over here, it might look a bit odd. So what I can do is, if you move the cursor to here, I can drag that across, and what that does, it moves the cell and you have more room to put your answer in, but it also keeps things perfectly aligned. So there'll be quite a big gap fixed here between your name and the answer, so they can't do anything wrong. So I'm going to click in the cell that I want the answer, go to the developer tab, and if you just want a simple text box to put in, we choose this one here, insert a plain text control, and it's as simple as that. If you want another answer with just text in it, you can put your city, and we do exactly the same. We click in the box, we're on the developer tab, we simply click the text icon. What date is it? It can be any question you like, obviously, and this time we're going to insert a date field, and that's this icon here. If you hover your mouse over any of these icons, it will tell you what they are. So that means it can only accept a date in that field. Next thing is, you might want a multiple drop down list. So you select how many. This is going to be a variable answer, and we insert a drop down list. Once you've inserted the drop down list, while it is still highlighted, click the word properties and add. And this can be, I'll add 1, OK, add 2, OK, add 3, OK. Now these can be text values as well, or you make them all text, all numbers. It's entirely up to you. So if you want to add text at the end as well, you just type it in. So I'm going to type other, so the drop down list will have a value of 1, 2, 3 or other, and then OK that, and that is your form, as simple as it's done. Now if you're going to have a very complex form, a bit like I did for your system, you can put another heading in here, so it can be anything you like, make it bold, etc, etc. And now I'm going to insert another table. I'm going to do this one 4x4 just for argument's sake, and I can move this tab to exactly the same as that one there, so they all line up. I can move that tab to that one, so they all line up, and now you can ask your questions again. Don't forget, oh, can't spell your school. I'm still on bold, so let's take that off for a second. Where you want the answer, we go back to the developer tab, and it's as simple as that. Now this looks a bit messy because the table itself has got borders and shading around it, but also, as you may have noticed before, if you just enter text as an answer, it might not look right because it will stretch the columns to fit. So the two things we're going to do here is I'm going to right click in the table. If you go auto fit, once you're happy with the size, and fix column width, what that does, it fixes all the columns in that table to the right size. So now if I start to enter an answer in here, for example, it will just keep going like this. So that's exactly what we really needed to do. The other thing that we could do is, it doesn't look very nice with the borders around the table. So if you right click on the column here, you can go to Borders and Shadings and select None, and then select OK, and that's gone. And we'll do the same with this one. I'm going to click inside the table. I'm going to go to Auto Fit Fixed Column Width. That fixes your columns. I'm going to right click again, Borders and Shadings, None, OK, and we're done. That's your form completely finished with at the moment. Then it's just a question of going File, Save, and I'm going to call this yourname.docs. That was fine. So I'll save that, and that's all there is to it. You can do as many tables as you like. You can alter the column widths. Just remember to fix the column width and to hide the borders and shading. Choose None, and you're fine.